Going to be a busy weekend with the NFL playoffs underway Saturday afternoon when the Texans host the Colts. Both Andrew Luck and Deshaun Watson had great seasons. Luck was second in the league with 39 touchdown passes, and Watson had 26 TD passes and just 9 picks. Shannon, who is the better QB between these two?
Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck can throw it better. He commands the offense better. He's in better command of his football team. I think the thing is that what Deshaun Watson's going to have to learn what Andrew Luck learned the hard way, Skip. Get rid of the football. Deshaun Watson was sacked the most of any quarterback in the NFL. And Andrew Luck had to learn the hard way. It took him missing games and then missing entire season. And also give the Ryan Ballard, the new general manager, credit in Indy. First-round draft pick at left tackle, first-round draft pick at left guard, first-round draft pick at center. Second-round draft pick at right tackle. So you shore that up. You take care of that. And Deshaun Watson is going to have to understand that, Skip. Andrew Luck, if you look at what he's done, orchestrated the second greatest comeback in playoff history, a 28-point. They were down 38-10 at Kansas City. He orchestrated that. And then he also beat Peyton Manning, Peyton's in Denver. So I just think right now, what Andrew Luck has gone through, what he's learned from his injury, knowing when the journey's over, I don't have to try to prove how tough I am, considering that I'm playing in the NFL. I'm plenty tough enough. I'm not going to try to run over linebackers and safety, Skip. I'm going to get out of bounds. I'm going to get down. I think where he is right now in the game of football, I just think right now he's a better quarterback. But Deshaun Watson is well on his way. But if you make me choose right now, I'm taking Andrew Luck.
Make me choose right now, and I'm taking Deshaun any Sunday or Thursday or Monday or Saturday, name it. Whenever it is, I'm taking Deshaun Watson. And all I needed to know was we're about to watch Alabama and Clemson play yet again this coming Monday night. And I watched twice Deshaun Watson go against St. Nick's defense, and I've never seen anything quite like that in all my time watching college football, because the first time in the loss, he threw for 405 and 4 touchdowns. And then in the win, he threw for 420 and 3 touchdowns. And the first time he ran for 73 yards and 43 and a touchdown the next time. It was just extraordinary, the intangibles I saw in this young man with both arm and legs, which obviously Andrew had to a fault for a while because he would try to run through the brick wall. But all of a sudden, Andrew is protected. And the shock to me is that Andrew Luck has turned into the ultimate dinker and dunker, because his yards per attempt, 7.19, ranks 23rd in the NFL this year. Deshaun is still winging it down the field. He's doing it on the fly, on the run, running for his life. But his yards per attempt were 6th at 8.25. So Luck is a dinker and a dunker. And
a lot of that happened early, though, Skip. You know his arm was not where it needed to be early in the season. And a lot of those throws was 10 and under. But as the season progressed,
and
he's been opening it up.
Late in the season, he went to Jacksonville and got goose-egged. 6-0.
And I know somebody that went even later in the season and got goose-egged.
And guess what? Luck benefited that day against my Dallas Cowboys with 178 yards rushing. Marlon Mack ran wild on my Dallas Cowboys. And Andrew Luck threw for a grand total of 192 yards. Is that good, Shannon?
That's very good.
Say that's below 200.
How many touchdowns?
None and none. He was none. No touchdowns.
He didn't turn it over like somebody else I know.
So I don't
Somebody
know.
quarterback turned the ball over. Twice.
You want intangibles? Give me Deshaun. You got a better chance with Deshaun on the playoff stage.
Andrew Luck don't have intangibles?
I haven't seen him. I remember he lost his last bowl game to Brandon Whedon in Oklahoma State. Remember that?
Oh, that's a long time.
A long time ago. But I don't know.
So what are we going to do about that 38-10 comeback that he orchestrated?
Well, who threw him into that hole with 3 big interceptions? That guy.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I know a guy that threw a team into a hole. He threw for 400.
Somebody's changing
I hear this.
He did it. Somebody threw for 455 yards.
Somebody
he threw for 240. Somebody threw for 240 in the fourth quarter in overtime, and they won.
Don't you shortchange him 243.
Dak
Prescott.
So which is more important? Impressive. A 28-point come from behind in the playoffs, which is the second greatest. You know they've been playing football.
Who was the opponent that day in Indianapolis?
Kansas City.
Yeah, and who's the quarterback? Check down
You
Alex.
love him.
You hate him.
You love him.
Well,
though.
you hate him.
Yeah, exactly.
So the degree of difficulty was nil because it was check down. And I got to tell you, check down in the fourth quarter, he was not very good.
Oh, so now you don't like check down.
Yeah.
You don't
like check down, so you can't use them to make your case.
Okay, what about when he beat Peyton?
Yeah,
In
he
Denver.
did. That was good. But he had his moment. Did he beat Brady in Deflategate game? No.
Well, when you
had
run
to
the ball
accuse
for
him of deflating the footballs, and then when they were properly inflated, what happened in the second half? A party got thrown on the Colts.
First of all,
by Tom Brady.
The Patriots were a better team. They could have been playing with a bowling ball.
Really?
And the Patriots would have won. But that does not change the fact that he got him there in his third year. And every year for his first 3 years, he went to the playoffs, and he went a step further each year. So, right now, what am I supposed to do about these 39 and 15? What am I supposed to do about that?
What am I supposed to do about the 15? Because that's a lot of interceptions.
That's a lot of tubs.
Yeah.
I take 2 to 1 any day of the week. Everybody take 2 to 1. Because everybody can't be like Aaron Rodgers 4-2-3.
What am I supposed to do about those 5 rushing touchdowns for Deshaun Watson to 0 for Andrew Luck? What am I supposed to do?
Hold up, you told me the quarterback's supposed to throw the ball. That's what you told me all the time.
No, I did not.
Oh, but see, when I tell you
Dak runs it. Dak scored 6 touchdowns.
We should expect a close one, guys.
It's within the rules. The quarterback can actually run it into the end zone.
And I'm going to tell you about Aaron Rodgers all the time. That's what gave him the advantage over Brady. I'm glad you brought that up, Skip. Let's say.
All right. We are moving to Anthony Davis. Is he on his way out of New Orleans? We'll discuss the latest next. When you look at this situation, how do you think it will play out between Antonio and the Steelers?
I don't know how it turns out. I don't think any of us can say how it turns. Well, we can say how it turns out, but we have to see it play out. But how it should turn out, he has to go. Simply put, he has to go. When I'll start with even listening to Mike Tomlin in that press conference. What was Antonio Brown doing? Was he respectfully just listening, or was he trying to one-up him and mock him and make him almost look like, I don't want to hear that. I'm not listening to you. He's already shown the disrespect towards not only the organization and his teammates, but to Mike Tomlin. I don't even respect you right now. Whatever you have to say, I'm not even listening. And neither should anyone else who's following me on Instagram or Twitter or all these social platforms. No, listen to me. Don't even listen to Mike Tomlin. I got this under control. That is a slap in the face where you just don't come back from that. Antonio Brown is who he is right now. And as much production that he has produced for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger in that offense, we all know what it looks like and what it's been. It's been great. But is it worth the culture? Is it worth what we're trying to do? Is it worth the wins that we lack because of this? Because of this. Like, I don't care how productive you are. If your goal isn't in alignment with mine, we can't win. The reason why the New England Patriots win is because they lay all differences aside when they get on that football field. Once they're in that uniform and that helmet is put on, everything that we disagree on is out the window right now. And
if you do happen to continue to disagree, you're out the window.
Yes,
right?
Exactly. And what Mike Tomlin said at the end of that, when the reporter asked him at some point, does this outweigh the production? Does it become too much with all the antics and whatever? And his answer is certainly. I hope he sticks to that certainly. And it's not just Mike Tomlin that has to do that. That's the Rooneys that have to make that decision. But you can't allow Antonio Brown to come back with this attitude because it's not going to change. I don't care how many times you sit down with Ben, Tomlin, bring us all in a room, let's have a come to Jesus moment, as everybody wants to allude to. He is who he is. It's not changing.
I'm a firm believer. In order for your team to enjoy success, your best players need to be the hardest workers and the best leaders.
True.
And the 2 best players for the Pittsburgh Steelers are their worst leaders, Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown. That's it. You see, the thing is that when he went Facebook Live and Mike Tomlin is laying out what they're going to do for the upcoming week and get ready for, this joker is in the background. So at that moment, this is not about you, team. This is about Facebook and my followers and them getting an insight. Bro, that's sacred.
And remember, he caught Tomlin live taking a shot at the Patriots. Those A's, right? You know,
get a head start.
They got a head start. And it went out live to everybody.
Live.
Wow.
And he didn't care because it's never been about the team. It's always been. When I speak to college guys and I speak to NFL guys that's just getting into the league, the one thing I tell them, I says, I want you to be selfish. I want you to win the Heisman. I want you to be all-pro. I want you to try to make the Pro Bowl and win MVP. But those goals can never supersede that of the team. Because if the team goal is first, I know you will work extremely hard to accomplish what you need to. And if you accomplish those goals, we're going to meet those team goals. Antonio team is Team Antonio. Antonio care about one thing, his numbers. Antonio will tell you he just wants to win. He does want to win. But I need 12 catches for $152 touchdowns in that win. Because if I get 6 for 50 on a touchdown, that ain't good enough. Because I saw Juju get 10 for 105 on a touchdown. I can't have that. They got to move on. Because right now, Skip, production intolerance. You're going to tolerate this because his production level is high. It was the same thing with T.O., Skip. And I love T.O. His production was high. He was getting 1,500 yards receiving. He was getting 13, 14 touchdowns. But the moment that production slips, he gone. But what he's doing is that he's poisoning the locker room because you got young receivers. Juju's only in his second year. James Washington's in his first year. Eli Rogers is young. That's the defining voice in their meeting room. That's who they're looking at. They're like, well, hold on. This dude bucking, and he got $72 million. So what's to stop me from bucking? Juju putting up numbers. Juju's like, how long? I beat Antonio. I had more yards, more catches than Antonio. He acted like this. He ain't got paid. What's to stop me from acting like that and getting paid? I'm producing.
Because they keep looking at the head coach. How's he going to react to this? He doesn't react. He doesn't react. He doesn't react. He goes unpunished, unpunished, unpunished until now.
And that's the thing. You can't have it's like, Skip, you and I both are dog lovers. And that when you get a puppy, you try to set the groundwork and the parameters of how it's going to act. You don't let it go in the house. You can't get a puppy and let it go in the house till he's 5 years old, and then all of a sudden say, you know what, I want you to go outside. He's looking at you like, what? I've been going in the house for 5 years. No, I think I'll stay right here. You've been letting Antonio Brown do this. So you know what you do? You pass that problem on to somebody else. Hey, y'all take it. Because I don't want to deal with it anymore because it's preventing us from reaching our ultimate. This is why the Pittsburgh Steelers are at home, Skip. They're too talented. There's no reason. You're fourth in offense, you're eighth in defense, and you're out of the playoffs? Because of this. Because of Antonio Brown. Because of Ben. Because of because